guys, today I'm filming my Throwback Thursday of my September favorites from 2015. If you guys have never seen one of my Throwback Thursday videos before, I'll have my playlist linked for you guys. And basically I am re-reviewing all the products I featured in my favorites video from 2 years back, letting you know whether those products are still favorites or whether I have replaced them with something I prefer. My inspiration for this series is Kristen Game. I'll have her channel and her playlist linked down below. I will also link down below the original favorites video, and I'm so excited about this particular Throwback Thursday because I had a ton of things that I was loving 2 years ago, and they're all really beautiful fall products. So basically I have 3 looks that I fell in love with: eyes, cheeks, and lips, and then I had some polishes and a couple other extra things. So it just makes me so excited to sit here and look at all this beautiful warm fall makeup. And I do have tutorials for a couple of these looks. So jumping into the favorites, my first look that I was loving, I remember I did do a tutorial on. It was a drugstore Marsala look. I'll have that linked up here because I'm pretty sure in 2015 Marsala was the color of the year. So for the eyeshadows, they're all from Makeup Geek. I have Shimma, Country Girl, which I believe was discontinued, Frappe, and Bitten. Frappe and Bitten are matte. Shimma is a metallic eyeshadow. It isn't one of the foiled, it's a regular shadow, but it just has a really intense metallic finish. And Country Girl is a really weird shade because it is a matte base with some glitter flecks in it. And I think that these are all really beautiful together. Shimma is my favorite champagne shade. Most champagnes I don't really like, and that's just because I'm so fair. They don't show up that metallic on me, but this is very, very light and really metallic, so it looks beautiful. And this is a beautiful champagne because it isn't too yellow or too pink. It's a perfect mixture of undertones. And I love Frappe and Bitten. I think that these are very pigmented. They work really well. I like Frappe as a crease color, and I like Bitten as an outer corner color. Shimma on the lid. And Country Girl is the one shade that I really don't recommend, and as I said, this is the one that was discontinued, and I think that the color is actually really pretty. It's more of like a rosy red undertone brown, but because of those glitter flecks, it's just a lot harder to get it on a brush, and you really just gotta like go in real intense with your brush to try to pick up some of the color. So it's a beautiful shade, but the formula is not as good as the others. But I absolutely love this as a look altogether, and I really do like those other 3 shadows a lot. And the blush I was wearing with that look is a ColourPop Super Shock Cheek in the shade Between the Sheets. It's a really nice light neutral peachy shade. No, I don't like these blushes. They are so dried out. I cannot pick up any product. I need to just go ahead and toss all the ones that I have. Even when they were brand new, they were easier to use because they were still creamy, but these are just so hard to pick up on a brush. And even when I tried using my sponge, I feel like I was really digging in there. I don't like Super Shock Cheeks for blushes, highlights, or bronzers. I think they're really difficult to work with, pick up on a brush, and to get them on your cheeks and then be able to blend them. Like once you get the product on, that's difficult in itself. But to get them to blend without patching your foundation is just too difficult. So no, this is not a favorite anymore, and I just don't recommend them. And then the lip product I was wearing is a ColourPop Lippie Stick in Brink. This is a matte finish. This is a beautiful, wearable terracotta nude shade. It is so pretty. I do love the matte finishes from ColourPop. I have the matching lip liner, which is supposed to be a dupe for MAC Soar lip liner, so I really do love this. It is one of my fall staples. I actually had it in my makeup basket for this month, and I've worn it a bunch and really, really enjoyed it. So this one is definitely still a favorite, so I do recommend this. And then for look number 2, I remember filming a tutorial on it as well. It was a wearable terracotta makeup look, so I'll have it linked up here. And because I was wearing terracotta on my eyes, cheeks, and lips, the eyes were very minimal. Basically, I had just applied an eyeshadow in my crease and really like buffed it out. And it was Makeup Geek Frappe, which I've already mentioned that I absolutely love. I think that this is a really, really beautiful warm brown shade that is a little bit orangey without looking too orange. It's just like the perfect undertone for a warm, medium tan brown. So definitely love that on the eyes. And with that look on my cheeks, I was wearing the Clinique Cheek Pop in Ginger Pop. This is amazing. I love the Clinique Cheek Pop blush formula. I really wish they would expand their shade range so that they had more shades that would work on deep skin. And I really like this formula. I don't usually like gelée products. They're hard for me to pick up on a brush and get onto my skin, but this is awesome. I love that this blush is buildable with one layer. It is light, but you can also build it up to be very intense. I use a dense angled blush brush to get the perfect amount of product. This is incredible. I love this blush line, and I also really, really love this shade. It is an absolute must-have for me, so that's definitely still a favorite. And the lip product for that look is the Milani Amore Matte Lip Cream in the shade Beloved. They don't make this anymore. This shade was limited edition, but then when they created this as a permanent product, it's the same color and they changed the name to Loved instead of Beloved. This has a really strong, very sweet buttercream scent that makes me want to hurl. It's just too sweet for me. The formula is very nice. It does dry down completely. It has a really nice doe foot applicator, but it almost holds too much product because this is very, very liquidy, so I just have to be careful when applying it. I haven't used this in a while because I have too many fall lip products, but it is a really, really great formula liquid lipstick. It's a beautiful terracotta shade, so this one isn't like a favorite, but I don't dislike it like I've grown to dislike some of these other products. So I do like it. I think if you're looking for this kind of a color, I would recommend it because it is inexpensive. I do have a review on the Milani Amore Matte Lip Creams that I will have linked up here as well. And then the third look, I don't believe I have a tutorial on, but it's absolutely one of my favorites. So for eyeshadow on my lid, I was wearing ColourPop Sequin, which is my #1 ColourPop shadow. It is an amazing mix between rose gold and copper. Oh, it's so stunning, and it does have a metallic finish. So I do have a little bit of glitter fallout, but I don't mind because I love this color so much. So I was wearing this on my lid. This one is definitely a favorite. And the other shades I was wearing with it, I don't have anymore. It was the Milani Bella Eyes and Bella Cappuccino and Bella Mandarin. Bella Mandarin is like a very light orangey shade. I was wearing that as my transition. It was very pretty when applied very lightly. I did end up decluttering it because I wasn't wearing it a ton. And then the other shade, Bella Cappuccino, I have used up. That's actually a very light neutral tan color, leaning a little bit more cool. I did really like it. I think it worked nicely with the shadow, but I prefer something more warm. I ended up using that up when I was using it with my Wet n Wild Walking on Eggshells Trio, which is more of a neutral undertone as well, and it worked better with that look than it did with this. I do like the formula of the Milani Bella Eyes eyeshadows. These satin matte finishes I think are actually very nice and pigmented. They blend really nicely, but the colors aren't like wow bam in your face, but they're very easy to work with. So I did like those. I don't think I'm going to repurchase them, and I'm not in love. And I do have so many other matte warm shadows from a bunch of other brands that I don't need to repurchase them. I have so many from Makeup Geek that I think are fantastic. So those are so good, but not like a favorite, but this, holy grail. Then for blush, I was wearing the MAC Mineralize blush in Warm Soul. This is an amazing, very light peachy tan nude on my skin tone, and it has a beautiful amount of shimmer in it. I love this, especially when I have a more dramatic warm eye look. This is a perfect blush to go along with it to complement without looking like too much. I absolutely love the formula of this, and the color is amazing. So this is a holy grail product of mine. And then the lip product was a combination that I love. I've actually used up both of these items and repurchased them. You guys, if you have watched other project pans from me, then you guys have probably heard of them or remember them. First is the Tarte Matte LipSurgence in the shade Exposed. It's a beautiful peachy nude. Now the Tarte Exposed blush is more of a mauve nude, and this is a lot warmer and more peachy. So those are not the same colors at all. They no longer make the matte LipSurgence, but they have the Lippie lingeries, which are basically the same formula, but they only kept the nude colors. But luckily Exposed is in that range, so whenever I use it up, I will purchase it because this is an amazing product. I still love jumbo lip crayons, even though they're not that popular anymore. I love them, and this is amazing, very creamy matte formula. It's long lasting while being very comfortable, not drying. It doesn't accentuate any dryness in my lips, but yet it is like a really nice matte finish. I absolutely love this. I think it's a phenomenal shade. It's a very flattering peachy nude on my skin tone that isn't too light or too dark. amazing, amazing holy grail lip product. I'm so sad it was discontinued, but whenever I use that one up and purchase the Lippie Lingerie, I hope it performs the same. And then the gloss is the Buxom Full On Lip Polish in Sandy. I love the Buxom lip glosses. I think they're awesome. They do have a light medium opacity. They do have the minty scent and tingle, which some people hate. I personally love it. These are a tiny bit sticky, but they're not too bad. It really just helps them last longer. And out of all of the Buxom lip glosses, this is the one that I will continue to purchase. It's an amazing peachy nude for my skin tone. I absolutely love this combination. I can wear this on its own. I also think this looks beautiful over the ColourPop Aquarius lip liner, but this combination is perfect. I remember when I was trying to pan these, I had used this up and I still had the gloss, and I was pairing this over a bunch of other nude lips, and it just didn't look as good with anything else as it did with the Tarte. So these are holy grail lip products of mine, and I really do love that entire look. I think the colors of those products work really well, and I do love all of the formulas. So those were all of the main looks that I was loving, and then I had some random products, as I said. The first random product is the e.l.f. Glitter Primer. This is awesome. It's $2, and I love that e.l.f. comes out with actually very innovative products, or innovative that's similar to high-end, where other drugstore brands like Maybelline and L'Oreal, they're like behind the trends. And the fact that e.l.f. is on top of it, I think is incredible because they are so inexpensive. So this is awesome. I was using this underneath of all of my ColourPop shadows to help keep from getting some of that glitter fallout, and it does work really well. I use this all the time. I wear this with any foiled shadows, any super metallic shimmery shadows. I wear this underneath to just help the color stick to my eye. I think this is great, but I'm wondering if this works as well as the NYX Glitter Primer or the Too Faced Glitter Glue. So if you guys have tried this as well as one or both of those other ones, please let me know your experience. I know that I'm pretty sure Stephanie Nicole uses this on her lid, well, the Too Faced Glitter Glue, and it keeps eyeshadow from transferring to her crease. I use this and I still have eyeshadows transferring to my crease, so that's making me want to buy the Too Faced, but it's so expensive and I would hate to buy it and have it perform just the same as this. So anyway, let me know your experience if you've tried any of these glitter glues, but I think that this is a very, very good one, especially for $2, so I would definitely recommend it. My next favorite was the ColourPop Ultra Matte Lip in the shade Clueless, which is a beautiful mauve pink shade. Oh, it is so stunning. I absolutely love this. This is one of my holy grail ColourPop lip products. I think it is so, so beautiful, and this is the old formula. I think this was incredible. It was completely opaque in one coat. This was a little bit more on the drying side, but it wore for a really long time. I do still love this, but for some reason these kind of colors, I don't know what season to put them in, because this isn't super, super mauve. It's like a mauve tone pink, so it doesn't exactly fit in with all the other shades that I use in the wintertime, but yet it isn't as blue tone or as bright as something I would use in the spring. So I'm still trying to find my perfect season for this, but I do love this, and after this expires, this is one that I would actually repurchase because I love that shade so much. And next I have a bunch of different nail polishes I was loving. The first is the Berry M Jelly Polish in the shade Greenberry. Berry M is a nail polish brand that is sold over in Europe. Unfortunately, I don't think you can get this in America, and I know there is a big problem shipping nail polish from England or from Europe to America. It seemed like there's always issues with that. I was able to get this because my mom and my sister went to England for my sister's senior trip, so they picked me up a couple of these polishes. This color is amazing. I have never found anything that is identical or even close to this. This is so unique, and it does not dry matte like most neons do. And this is a jelly polish, but it isn't like our jellies. It's more of like a gel polish, so it is 2 coats to be opaque. The formula isn't my favorite because it is pretty thick, but because of the color, that's why it is still a favorite. I love wearing that every single summer. My next polish is Essie's In The Cabana. This is an amazing blue. I didn't shake it up so you can see how much that I've used, which is pretty good considering how many polishes I have. This is one of the better Essie's that I've used because it's opaque in 2 coats. It's a beautiful, muted yet still bright blue, and it has a good formula. And then I had 2 polishes I was using in combination. It is OPI, my Dogsled, is a hybrid. I was using it as my main polish, and then for my accent nail on my ring and middle finger, I was using OPI Glitzerland, which is a beautiful sandy metallic gold. These are both holy grail polishes to me. I like these on their own, but also worn in combination. I think they are absolutely stunning. So these are definitely still favorites. And then I had one more product. This is a brush. This is the Sonia Kashuk pointed blending brush. It says it is number 109. My friend Jean had sent this to me, and this is really, really great for blowing out an eyeshadow in the crease. And in the look that was my wearable terracotta, where I was just using Makeup Geek Frappe, I would use this brush and just really blow it out in my crease and transition area, and it works really well. I don't use this brush very often because I have other eyeshadow brushes that I have for like specific purposes, and they work, I don't necessarily know that they work better, I just use them more often. So I need to try to see where this fits into my eye brush routine, but it's a really, really good quality brush, and I do like the shape. I just need to use it a little bit more, but it's a good product, but I wouldn't say that it's a favorite anymore because I don't really reach for it. So guys, that was my pretty long Throwback Thursday of my September favorites from 2015. I would love to know your thoughts if you've tried out any of these products in the comments down below. Thank you all so much for watching this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye guys.